So you're saying to me he's kind of like 5 or 6 different pitchers that we've seen, and I'm not making jokes here.
Yeah, okay.
We have seen guys at the end of their career pitching for the Rockies because they've continuously gone out and got guys whose careers are over.
Are you going Jamie Moyer on us?
Well, let's take him. Yeah, I mean, Mark saw him. Yeah, that's a great example.
Peyton isn't at the Jamie Moyer stage yet, but he might be there by the end of the year.
Maybe
I hope he's not. Man, I hope he gets better. But I have. What evidence do I have of that? None right now.
So Mark, when Kubiak,
here's a better one. How about who's the pitcher they got that was a great pitcher with the San Francisco Giants?
Billy Swift.
Billy Swift. Is he Billy Swift now? Swift just
Saberhagen.
Swift had nothing but guile left. Brett Saberhagen had didn't have 3 pitches anymore.
He was a 5-inning pitcher by that time.
Yeah. I mean, we've kind of seen this. I mean, we kind of saw it with Kyle Orton to an extent. Kyle Orton was never a Hall of Fame quarterback, but in his last year or so here, he wasn't anything.
So what do you would know this, and I don't because I wasn't here. Compare Peyton now to Craig Morton in '77. Is it the same? Is it different? I mean, how much did Craig Morton have left?
At that point, he didn't have a lot left, but what they had was a great defense. Right. They had a better running game, and I know that's hard to believe, but they had Otis Armstrong, Rob Lytle, and John Keyworth, and they kind of cobbled them together and used them at different times. Otis should have been a great running back at that point in his career, and he wasn't. They had a great tight end in Riley Odoms, and they had a very responsible. They had he wasn't Emmanuel Sanders, but they had Haven Moses, and they had a guy named Jack Dalton who could stretch the field some. And Craig Morton picked his spots, but we saw Craig Morton in the Super Bowl put up a 0 passer rating. So, yeah. I mean, that was really the end of Craig Morton's career. But I would say that Craig Morton was a game manager then, unlike what he wasn't throwing interceptions. He was shutting it down. He would take the hit. He would throw it out of bounds, and they didn't have the same clear-cut sort of rules now. I mean, you couldn't just wander about 5 yards over and throw it away. He was getting hit, or he was throwing it out of bounds immediately when he didn't see anything open. I think Craig Morton was better at that point than Peyton Manning has been through 5 games this year.
Okay, and so that's what I'm asking. Could the Broncos? I know you don't go back and review the tape, but can the Broncos use 77 as somewhat of a template to get them back to the Super Bowl this year? Well, great defense, game manager, quarterback. You got to find a little more of a running game, but it sounds like the teams have similarities.
Yep, that's why I kind of say it. But the difference was back then there weren't, as Les pointed out, there weren't great expectations. There were, wow, 5-0. Let's have a parade right now and shut down the season.
Hey, Mark, we'll talk to you later in the week. We'll have you in studio, okay?
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
All right, Mark Kiszla, the Denver Post. And that segment was brought to you by John Elway Chevrolet on South Broadway. It's Colorado's #1 Chevy.
When you go to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on johnelwaychevrolet.com.